everyone. It's Nina, Jack's friend. Fancy uploading new information into your database?
Hi, Nina. Of course, we are always keen to learn more.
Thanks to Jack, we learned about the incredible lives of some of the most important and inspirational artists.
That's fantastic. I can help you learn about other inspirational people as well, if you'd like.
Yes, please.
How about a famous dancer or choreographer?
Sounds interesting.
All the gears and get ready to dance. It's time to learn about Gillian Lynne.
So, who is this Jillian Lynn, and why do we need to know about her? Well, Gillian Lynn was an English ballerina, dancer, actress, theatre and television director, and a phenomenal choreographer. Her story demonstrates that marching to a different beat of the drum opens up opportunities to play unique and beautiful music, to bring you personal fulfillment, blessings, and joy to many others around you. Interesting. When was Jillian Lynn born? Is she still alive? She was born on the 20th of February, 1926, in Bromley, in Kent, but she is sadly no longer with us, having passed away in 2018 at the grand age of 92. Growing up in England in the 1930s at school, Gillian Lynn gained the nickname Wrigglebottom, as she was unable to sit still. So, at the age of 7, her mother took her to a doctor because her teachers were concerned that she had some kind of learning disability, making her unlike her fellow classmates. Sounds like she had ADHD.
What's that, and how do you know what it is?
ADHD stands for Attention Deficit and Hyperactivity Disorder. It is a medical condition where you have a lot of energy and difficulty concentrating. I recently uploaded a medicine book into my database. So, did the doctor give her a medicine? After listening to the concerns of Gillian's mother and teachers, the doctor decided to do something unexpected, something that would change her life forever. He asked the mother to accompany him outside the room for a chat, but before leaving his office, he decided to switch the radio on and play some music. Instead of talking, he wanted Mrs. Lynn to observe what was happening. She peered through the glass window of the doctor's office and saw Gillian jumping and twirling around his office, swept away by the music. Then the doctor looked at Mrs. Lynn and famously said, "There is nothing wrong with your daughter. She is a dancer." At that time, the idea of ADHD had not yet been acknowledged, but in today's modern world, Gillian would have been diagnosed with it. The doctor was able to spot not a disease, but her diversity. To him, she wasn't playing a weaker or less valued tune, but simply an alternative one.
What did Gillian's mother do?
Following the doctor's recommendation, Gillian's mother enrolled her in a dance school, a place where she could finally be free to be herself without feeling in the wrong. She would remark later in her life that at that school, everyone was like me. They needed to move to be able to think. It was so wonderful. Gillian teaches us that there is not only one way of learning or one way of being. Some of us learn at different paces or need an alternative approach to the traditional way. You just have to listen to who you are and find the right path for you, the right beat to play. But what is it that Jillian Lynn was noted for? What made her stand out from the crowd? Gillian had an amazing career with the Royal Ballet School. On her 20th birthday, she was made the lead dancer in a production of Sleeping Beauty at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. In 1951, she left the Royal Ballet School and became an overnight sensation at the London Palladium in the West End and appeared on early British TV. She then went on to be a leading director and choreographer of her generation. What does the choreographer do? A choreographer's job is to turn words and music into movements, usually to entertain an audience. But it wasn't until Gillian was in her 50s that her choreography career reached a new high. She was approached by composer Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, who was a very influential English musician and theatre producer. he asked her to co-collaborate in his new production of Cats. With only 5 weeks until opening night, Gillian had to co-choreograph the show and then teach all the moves to the dancers.
Was it off? Yes, 1 and 2. The other came out to the side. Yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is...
She combined multiple dance styles along with the movements of Cats in a production that has gone on to be one of the greatest dance musicals of all time. A few years later, she went on to work with Lloyd Webber again on Phantom of the Opera, a dance musical that has had one of the most successful runs in London and New York since the reopening in 1986.
Wow, that's impressive.
Indeed, Gillian pioneered a striking fusion of ballet jazz and vaudeville dance. Though radical and innovative in her professional life, in her private life, Gillian was a ballerina of the old school, patient and uncomplaining with impeccable manners. She was a fanatical self-improver, an inspiration in rehearsals and on stage, and a person driven by her discipline and love for what she was doing. Gillian once said, "I could have retired on my royalties, but I simply didn't want to stop working. Everybody needs something to get up to in the morning, having a particular project they're going to work on. You've got to make yourself have a purpose in life." Dancing was her purpose, the medicine she took every day to feel good, to overcome difficulties and hard moments, and to fulfill her life. What will be yours? She really did find her purpose, and she became a huge success by pursuing it. Yes, Gillian was given the title of Dame in 2014 for her significant contribution to dance and musical theatre, along with many prizes and awards. She also had a theatre named after her. The Gillian Lynne Theatre made history in July 2018 when it became the first West End theatre to be named after a woman. Not bad for a girl whose difference was considered a problem.